this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel here in Stewartsville, New Jersey at OK4WD. I met up with Jim. Jim has a really cool Freightliner Sprinter camper conversion that he's going to give us a tour of today. So join us. Hi, I'm Jim Oostdyk, owner of OK4WD. I started the business right after I got out of high school 42 years ago, and I've built many different four-wheel drives over the years. This 2019 Freightliner was something my wife and I kind of wanted. We wanted a more comfortable van that we could overland and camp in, and since Mercedes made the four-wheel drive unit in this thing, we figured we'd get that and go from there. So my wife and I decided on a Sprinter van mainly because I wanted a four-wheel drive, she wanted a van, and I wanted a short wheelbase so that we could get into more remote places to camp and go off-road. So a lot of the things that we did with it was we wanted a little larger tire and wheel, so we went with the braid alloy wheels, which are from Spain. They're just used in Dakar rallying, just a very robust heavy-duty wheel that they make in Europe where the Sprinter's made. The right offset and everything there to fit the larger tire. We went with the Agile, set us up with this mud flap here, which brings the fender well back, opens the wheel well up, so we didn't have to go with the lift. And you know, we went with the 265/75/16, which fits fine with all the flexing and all. It doesn't hit at all. I also wanted to get a winch in the front. I didn't want to replace the whole front bumper. I wanted to keep the thing looking somewhat not stand out too much in case we did some stealth camping. So I went with the integrated winch setup that Van Compass makes with a Warren winch, factor 55 fair lead and everything, so it kind of fits in there nice and flush and clean, and it doesn't stand out too much. One thing we wanted to do was we had to have steps. My wife said this thing's too tall, I can't get in it, so we've done these on a couple other four-wheel drives I've had. I love them because it just gives you a nice good solid step to step on. And if you're washing the vehicle, you can hold your foot on it and it won't go up. It'll stay there, so you can get up there to clean it. Then you just open the door, shut the door, and they go right back up. From the side, you don't see a big step there, so for ground clearance for off-roading, you don't have to worry too much about damaging anything that's hanging low. This Sprinter van didn't come with a window, so we had to cut out the steel and put this AMA glass window in. We like this because you can open it, it's got a screen, it's glued in. We just like it because it's very modern and we wanted to get good ventilation. Around the back, we got a few things here. The factory hitch, which we definitely wanted. And then we went with the Alvan ladder system and spare tire holder. We took the spare out underneath because we have our gray water tank under there where the spare was. And then we needed some storage for our outdoor gear, chairs, barbecue, sand mat, and many other things we could throw back here. Keep the dirty stuff back here. Put our charcoal, whatever in that. And it's got the ability to put bikes up here too if we want to do that, which we haven't done that yet, or that we can also do that with a hitch mount. We also like that ladder system. We can get up there. We've got solar up there. If we want to use anything on the roof rack, we can have the ability to go up top. On this side, we have our 30 amp shore power, which comes in very handy when we don't have to, if we don't have enough sun or whatever, and we have electrical power. We have our step on this side as well. And then underneath, we replaced a 24-gallon tank with a 47-gallon S&B tank. We wanted that range, and it's a diesel Sprinter, so with 47 gallons at 15 miles per gallon, we get great range with it. Okay, on top here, we put a Renogy 200-watt solar panel, and they're mounted on alucab load bars. And we also set up our antenna bracket there too, which has our GMRS, our WeBoost, and our satellite radio. Come inside and we'll take a tour inside the van. Okay, come on in. So inside the van, we have the swivel chairs from the factory. Then we have our kitchen galley set up here. our refrigerator on this side, and then our bunk beds. Underneath that is housing the electrical, and then in the back is our shower and toilet area. With all the cabinetry, we did the 80/20 aluminum extrusions, and we insert the bamboo, 3/4 inch bamboo inside that. All stainless steel marine grade fasteners. We could pull these panels out if we have to access the water tank or the plumbing in there. We also have a slide out here for the swivel, so we can eat on this or use our laptop on this if we'd like. And that just folds right back into the cabinet. And then all the drawer units are on the other side. In the cab area, we ordered this with the leather seats. They're heated as well, which is nice. And we've got the controls all on the steering wheel. We also got the 10 1/4 inch display. Up here, we tucked in our GMRS radio. So on the interior, my wife wanted a kitchen, a toilet, and a shower, and a fridge. That was her request. So she also wanted a good electrical system. So we had to try to figure out how to put that all together in here. So it's a little difficult. So I mocked up different cardboard things and got a good idea on how we were going to set it all up. And we also wanted the heat system, so we had good heat in here when it was parked. So to do all this, again, we had to develop, this is more of our electrical cabinetry up here, storage and electric. So most all the electric comes right into this. For the control side of the electrical system. Then under the beds is our battery bank and our inverter and battery charger system. The cabinetry, we had the 80/20 and the bamboo. We wanted a Corian countertop. We just like Corian. It's tough, it's rugged. If you mess it up, you can sand it out. We decided to get the isotherm fridge. We wanted something built in and something large too, and something that also had a freezer with it. So we could make ice, keep some ice cream in there, and have a nice size fridge to fit everything that we love to eat when we camp. So that's all built in, and then it's done. It's all vented here with a screen on the side, and it has ventilation that can come in around the edges as well. On this side, this houses our water tank underneath, and then all the different drawers for all the kitchen utensils, and we can keep some food and saran wrap and tin foil and all that, as well as an overhead system for more storage. All the hardware, marine grade hardware we wanted to use, so very simple, no shocks to wear out or anything, just a simple spring element there. And we have our iPad. We can take this off, we can put that in the front, carry it. We like to use Gaia GPS with it and watch TV, watch movies with the swivel chairs, or swivel it around. If we're laying in bed, we can watch TV from there too. Went with a stainless steel sink and hot and cold water. Small sink, but it'll get the job done. This also houses underneath here our heat. So we fit a true induction single range on there with a nice large cabinet to keep the pots and pans. And then underneath that is the heater system, and you can see the vents. They blow out front and back. So the heating system that we wanted in this, we wanted it to give us the house heat as well as the water heat, and for the hot water. So we used the Rixson system, and that has a furnace that's under the hood that will run while the vehicle's not running and just tie into the diesel system. And then it also has shore power if we got shore power. And then it also, as the engine is running and we're using the vehicle, that hot water will circulate back to heat our hot water and the house portion too. That's all done with a Rixson unit here. Just a simple controller setup for hot water if it's summertime, and then in the winter we could just turn the heat on. I've left it in my driveway this winter, plugged into the AC power, set it at 50 degrees. It's 0 at night. I come in the morning, it's 50 degrees in here, so it works great. All the electrical system here, we have the S-Pod Pro Series, and all the wires are tied into the main control, which is under the bunk, and then we have a touchpad here that we could control everything with. And then we've also got that where it's on our cell phones and on our iPad, so we could be out of the van and control the electrical system as well. For the power maintenance, that's all done with Victron batteries, Victron inverter. Here we have the screen that shows the battery percentage, how everything's running off of the inverter right now. That can go right to our cell phones as well to monitor and control. And below is all of our breakers and switches, so we can shut power down and control everything right from here. So we could be laying in bed and see what the controls are and turning them on and off if need be. To fit everything into a short wheelbase Sprinter van, it was very difficult. So bed systems, we wanted to try to have a full bed, and it just wasn't going to work with the shower and kitchen and toilet. So what we ended up opting with was a couch system that we can utilize as a couch while we're cooking or everything. We could sit down on here, and then we could turn this into bunk beds. The bottom bed's a bit larger, where two of us could tightly sleep in that. We opt to have my wife down below, and then I flip this one up and I go up on top. This was kind of like a dead space area here, so I figured this would be a good spot. We could shove towels, sleeping bags, pillows in that area there. Then the whole interior wall and ceiling is done with a plywood insulation and a little burlap material. And then it's also insulated above that against the steel. So we did L-track system too throughout. So obviously we could fasten things down, have a lot of anchor points if need be. And to support the bunk, that works out really well. We have storage also on this side. This is where my wife can keep her clothes bag in here. I keep mine underneath. And food and pots and pans can go in these, as well as all the drawers. Venting, we did a max air fan in here. And we also have two Sirocco fans here that, again, are controlled with the S-Pod. And we can screen the back doors. We can leave them open and screen them too to get good airflow in from there, as well as our side AMA window. We could screen that to just get good cross ventilation in the van. We could also screen our front windows as well, as if we'd like. So we don't have an air conditioning unit on it. We try to camp without air as much as possible. If we have to use the vehicle air, we'll use that. For the bathroom area, we wanted to incorporate a mud room where we could come in the back, put our dirty shoes in here, or if we're skiing, our ski boots in here, and then get into our socks and be able to walk through the van. And then also have this as a shower and a toilet area. So the toilet, this is a wrap-on green. These are from Japan. We sell them at our store. We've used these for years with many campers, and we love it because there's no wastewater tank. The lid comes off, and you have a toilet that goes into a bag, and you have a coagulant that you put in there. And then when you flush it, out the bottom comes a little bag, which is actually sealed top and bottom with a plastic weld. So the coagulant turns it into a gel quite quickly. And you have a bag that we have on our spare tire in the back that we'll just go out and dispose that into a garbage bag. And that could be dropped at any garbage receptacle that we come across while we're camping. So it eliminates the black water, makes it very convenient. Has a simple flush button right here on the side, and that counts how many flushes that you get, and with a roll of bags you get 50 flushes, and the last bag will turn red, so you know that's the last one. So just a very convenient way to have a toilet, lightweight, not carry a lot of excess water, and not have to empty your black water out. And that just tucks right back in. We have a toilet paper holder. And we did everything at accordion. We were first going to do it with either stainless or aluminum. And it was very difficult to try to get all the bends and everything made. So we decided the same guy that did our counters for us did all this for us. So for the wall material in the bathroom area, this is just a plastic composite that is also insulated, that's made for pretty much all the major vans that are out now. And we did a black plastic end cap here, and then caulked everything in that way. We have our freshwater fill here, which goes into our 20-gallon freshwater tank, and then just our shower head up here. We had to do a custom shower curtain, which goes almost all the way around, but just keeps, you know, everything in there. We have a heat element that blows in here too, so it'll dry out quick and also just keep us warm while we're showering. And then the drain for the shower is right here, which goes down into a 11-gallon gray water tank underneath that the sink and the shower both drain into. And that has a spigot that we can manually open or electronically open whenever we want.
Thank you for taking the time to give us a tour of your beautiful creation. There's a lot of really unique ideas in this van and a lot of awesome products. Are some of this stuff available through your store here?
Yeah, we are a Victron dealer, isotherm, alucab, wrap-on toilets, many of the things you saw in the van, the winch, the tires, the wheels. Off-roading and camping is really what describes our business. We love the fact that you can take a four-wheel drive vehicle and camp remotely and go anywhere, that vehicle can take you away from the crowds, not a crowded campground, but to get way out and in the outback, as they call it in Australia. So that's what we're known for. A lot of the products, a lot of it goes to suspension, tires, wheels, and then it evolves into similar. Alucab is one brand that we sell. We import that from South Africa, which are campers that go in the back of trucks, as well as rooftop tents, awnings, fridge slides, various components to work on a four-wheel drive vehicle that are tested, safari tested in Africa, so they work really well here in the States too.
Well, I appreciate you getting together with us today. I'll make sure I link to your website as well as your social media so our viewers can follow along on your different projects. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, comment, share, subscribe. I love it. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.